What's going on, people? It's your man the White B. Once again, big shout out to my doggy Brian Reinhardt for coming through, moosing up the coin. So, I have to be truly honest here, folks. I really do on this one. I didn't want to do this video. It's getting a bit long in the tooth now for Romford removal specialists, but we must cover it. We must do it, unfortunately. Unfortunately for Mr. Tony Bellew, but for me, he is in the top 10, 2025's top 10 dangerous weapons of the year award. He's in the running. He's touching. He's in the gold medal spot here. After this one, these company men, they don't know when's enough. Yeah, the level of glazing after the whoppery we all witnessed is diabolical. So here's the bars from Tony Bellew. This is after. If you haven't watched it, there's the highlights on here of Johnny Fisher doing his Six Nations tour, rugby playing. Listen, fair play to him. I think he'd do well in the second row. I really do. I think I see something in Johnny. Oh, I see something in Johnny Fisher. Not a lick of boxing, but he'd do, honestly, I'm telling you now. Who is the England rugby captain? Yeah? Put Johnny in the second row. I'm not even... Listen. Not everyone can do everything. But Johnny Bosch of Romford removal specialists, he can be in the second line in the England rugby team. In the scrummage. That's where he should be. So bear in mind that, right? Johnny Fisher, he signs up for a boxing fight. We get shades of the Six Nations tour. And this is what Tony Bellew has to say about it. And bear in mind as well, just quickly, listen, Fisher was fighting a Bulgarian. Not that nothing wrong with Bulgaria, but it was a Bulgarian one of them ones. A Bulgarian 9-to-5 jobber. Yeah? Who's not he's a professional boxer, but he's not a full-time athlete. This was supposed to be a knockoverjob.com. Anyway, here's the bars from Tony Bellew. Listen to this one right here. You ain't never heard it before. It's the way he says it without... He don't even look like he's... Oh, you know what, Tony, he's had a hard time. Like, if Tony was Kell Brook, I'd get it. Because, like, okay, he's blown his retirement on the packet. And he needs this job with Dazn. Do you know what I'm saying? That's how Tony Bellew, he behaves like he really needs this job. Remember Naz? Naz was on there talking about Eubank once. Maybe I'll get that up. And he said, Eubank is finished and he's no good. That's a man who don't need a job. I don't know Tony Bellew. I didn't know Kell Brook either, to be fair. I never thought Kell Brook. I never thought Joe Smith was on the packet, so I don't know. Yeah? What vices did Tony Bellew have? He acts like a man who needs that job. Okay, and here's the here's the video.
He's shown he can come through a crisis. Yeah. That guy's undefeated. He gets nailed with a shot. He doesn't see it on the top of the head of his temple. It sends your senses everywhere. He's shaky-legged. I seen him look at Derek Chisholm, who's screaming at him, just hold him. And he paid attention because literally he held on for dear life, quite literally. And at that stage, you're like, I think he's going to get knocked out again. But he doesn't. He shows he can survive a crisis and he gets the win. Is the opponent the best in the world? No, he's not. But he's got past him. We don't know that guy's level tonight, Addy. We do now. He's below Johnny Fisher. He's shown he can come through a crisis. Yeah. That guy's undefeated. He gets nailed.
He's shown he can come through a crisis. Johnny, I'll tell you a crisis. Coming through a crisis is like Nigel Benn versus McLennan. That's when you say, wow, he came through a crisis. Johnny Fisher was in there with a knockover job. And the knockover job, he was surprised that he even knocked Fisher down. I don't think he was trying to hurt... Not one point in that fight did I see, as is expected, at not one point in that fight did I see Balaz really trying to hurt Fisher. Even after he hurt him, which never sit right with me. Balaz's biggest fight of his career, you've hurt the man, the massive A-side, the 50-1 A-side, and you're sitting back and you've got no ambition. I think Balaz came out, he was just having a bit of a spar, and Johnny's on skates. Yeah? So there's no oh, he's shown he can come through it now. And it's a shame, really. Dazn didn't upload the rest of it, but there was another bootlicker on there. One of them ones. The Matchroom HQ weapon specialists. Oh yeah, you know, man, Johnny, he's shown he's got the art. I mean, listen, he didn't. How many A-sides have jacked against a 50-1 though? That's quite hard to do, to be fair. Do you know what I mean? He couldn't knock it. Give me an example of it. We've seen Audley Harrison jack against David Hay, completely different. That's what I'm saying. When have you seen a 50-1 favourite jack? Never. So you can't even. Oh, he's got a lot of heart. No, I'm not saying Johnny. Johnny does have heart. He will go out flat on his back, or he'll cling on to you like his life depends on it. So I'm not saying he's never been in a real scrap like that, to be fair. Okay, Dave Allen won fight. Lazy Dave Allen. Lazy Dave Allen. Okay, he did grit it out with the lazy Dave Allen, but even that, he was a 10-1 favourite there. Bosh! Right? He did Alan the Cabbage Babbage serious harm. And he was riding high. Right? In this fight, knockover job, let's just call it what it is. That was woeful. I give Jaya Pattaya respect. Jaya Pattaya wins and comes out and says, that wasn't good enough. Sorry. I'm really disappointed with that. And there's nothing wrong with Tony Bellew coming on here and saying there shouldn't be anything wrong. Unless he's gagging for the job. Yeah, unless he's caning the vices. And he's thinking, I don't know how much they get paid there, but however much Tony Bellew act like he need that job bad. Because my name isn't a world champion, Tony Bellew. Yeah, and to maintain the integrity of the sport, people like this shouldn't be jucking and jiving for a job. Because we're not blind. I hate to break it to the zone, we're not blind. And in fact, the public, no one watches that and thinks what you're saying. Does that make sense? Yeah? So it's like you're trying to pull the wool over our eyes. It's like you're trying to piss on us and tell us it's raining. Come out and say, that was a crock of rubbish. Yeah. Balaz wasn't a game, man. Nothing he did in there was game. He gets a low blow. He wasn't that hurt by it. He wasn't doubled over like Usyk and Dubois. And I mean, Usyk's a diva in my opinion, but whatever. He wasn't doubled over. He stood there and let Johnny, in his moment of crisis, recover. No one does that. If I was in there with Johnny Fisher and I'm a 50-1 plumber from Bulgaria and I hurt Fisher, I'm going onto the beach in Normandy. Because guess what? He got knocked out. He didn't get knocked out, but Balaz got knocked out anyway. So why didn't he go out swinging? For his big chance to make it to the big screen. That's the question I'll be asking. Johnny Fisher went life and death with a man who was essentially a paid tin can. That's what we saw. Because it doesn't make no sense no other way. Balaz should have been fighting for his life in there. I saw he was going through the motions. He had no ambition to win. At all. So say that. Yeah? Fisher's had a life and death with a man who wasn't there to win. Bottom line. We don't know how good Balaz is, but we know Fisher's better. We know Romford Removals is better. Oh, he's better. He's an undefeated, but to be fair to Tony Bellew, he is right. I mean, Johnny Fisher did overcome an undefeated fighter. Yeah. We don't know how good Balaz is. But if my money was on it, I think he'll probably be the next pound for pound. That's what Tony Bellew's alluding to. And I see that. I can see how Balaz can make the top 10 pound for pound in his career. And that, looking back, I think this life and death of Romford Removals will age well. I see something in Balaz. Yeah? He's a great scaffolder in Bulgaria. He's great. Listen, I like Balaz. Yeah? He's done a few jobs for me, to be fair, on a Moody passport. He's done a few jobs for me on a Moody passport. I'll confess it. I apologise for not hiring British. That's on me. I'll take that. He had good rates. He did good work. He come over from Bulgaria on a Moody passport, right? And listen, man, he's solid. He's the best of the Bulgarian scaffolders, and I salute that. Yeah, fair play to him. And also, it seems, he's got great pound for pound potential, as per Tony Bellew. And Johnny Fisher's overcome a potential top 10 pound for pound Bulgarian scaffolder. That's what he's done. So don't do this, Tony. Yeah? Or at least tell the truth. Say, listen, guys, I made a lot of money in this game fighting Big Toe Hay. But the packet was one. It was me and Joe Sniff. We couldn't help ourselves, so I'm back here, and I'm a jobber for Dazn. And then we can just forget everything you say once you've been honest with us. I wouldn't resent Kell Brooks. I'm skint, folks. We've all been skint, right? We've all had to do things. We've all had to betray our morality for a coin once or twice in our life. So come and say that, Tony, man. Give us something to work with. Don't just, because if you ain't just trying to pay bills, what is you doing? Yeah? None of us are blind. That's what the bit that gets me, and I think commentators miss that. I guess the difficulty is you have to be around the fighters as such. So it's about relationships, but the truth is the truth. It's the truth. And if I was Johnny Fisher, like Jaya Pattaya said that I'm not impressed with that. I had life and death, and I was rocked to my boots. Jaya, and I swear to God, I did a video on it yesterday. Jaya confessed to it, and I salute him for that, because we all saw it. It's not nothing that it takes a man. Don't come out, Johnny Fisher. Yeah, I showed great. Or Johnny Fisher Senior. Romford Removal Senior. Yeah, he showed great upgrades in his skills. Really? Are we blind, folks? Are we blind here? Yeah? And listen, Mr. Romford Removal Senior. Your son's going to get seriously harmed. Honestly. I've never really said that before, but I see a proper accident waiting to happen with him unless you keep him on the pub game scene, the dart scene, even the Misfits scene. I think I don't know, Johnny will win some and lose some on Misfits. They're not all idiots there. But pub. Johnny needs to become a pub act. Yeah? Do you remember that? What was it? X Factor. X Factor was some little corny Kabbalistic show that was knocking around. I don't know if it's still going, but anyway, everyone used to watch it 15 years ago. And there was a father and son act called Stavros Flatley, I think, or something like that. Let's have a quick look. Stavros Flatley. Britain's Got Talent, they called it, not X Factor. The same slop, though. This is for these two cats. They'd hop on the stage and they'd make clowns of themselves. I'm telling you now, forget boxing, Johnny. This is what you and your dad... I'm not saying Johnny's useless. Not at all. I think I see shades of Stavros Flatley here with the whole Fisher shtick. And these cats, I don't know how much they made or how much they're worth now, but they made a little coup off this one. And this is you all day and night, man. Forget boxing. This is your day and night. You and your dad dress up, and you can tour all the pubs in Essex. Maybe get a few midgets in and get a few women in and have a fight with them, and it'll be entertaining. That's the niche. And listen, I couldn't do that. I couldn't sell no tickets fighting midgets. So I'm not knocking it, right? The same way I couldn't do what Stavros... Me and my dad couldn't put a dress on and wiggle our ass and be all weird looking. So each to their own. This is your niche, Mr. Fishers. Yeah, your niche is this one right here, man. You can't box, and you're gonna get hurt. You're getting hurt anyway. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's like the guy wasn't even there to win, brother, and you was getting seriously armed. There's no improvements. You've gone backwards. Dave Allen, for whatever it's worth, finished there. Whatever was there is finished now. Honestly, you can't punch. Eggy's like he can punch. He can't punch. He can't punch at all. I'm not even playing. Fisher can't punch. I'm just telling you right now. He's not a puncher. Like, he can punch. I'm trying to think of messy fighters. Wilder, bit of a messy fighter, but allegedly, I'm not even convinced on him. But okay, let's say Wilder could punch. Wardley could punch. You can't punch. Yeah? That's why you're having life and deaths with lazy Dave Allen and some Bulgarian scaffolder at the end of the day. And there's no doubt about it. So don't let... And the thing about these men, yeah, let me tell you about Eggy Hearns and Tony Bellew. If and when, I hope I'm wrong, but I'm just saying, if Fisher was to get hurt, yeah, Tony Bellew won't be picking the phone up. Well, he might pick the phone up, but there won't be no bread coming at Christmas. Yeah, that phone, you best believe it, man. All through the year, Tony might pick up. When Christmas comes, yeah, and Johnny's sitting there like, oh, You best believe it, that phone. Oh, mate, I've been busy, mate, with the kids. That's what Tony will give. Oh, I've been with the wife and kids, mate. Sorry I missed your call. He'll pick up on like January 10th when it's well out of the way. And he's not being guilt-tripped into donations by Fisher and crew. Because I'm telling you, it's not a good... Dave Allen even said it. He really can't... It's really dangerous, and I agree. It's really dangerous for Fisher. If you can't defend yourself in the first round against a man who's meant to fall over and had the intention of falling over, and did fall over. I did a video on it. The shots didn't land. The man finished on his knees. What B-side, who's supposed to be having the fight of his life to make it to the big stage, basically quit. That Balaz quit. He just kept dropping to his knees. No clean shots were landing. And he finished the fight on his knees. The fight wasn't knocked out of him. He had no ambition. In my opinion, he was told to stay down. Bottom line. Yeah? So don't do this, Tony Bellew. It's wicked. I got one more clip here, and then I'm going to play you the Prince Naseem, just to give you a contrast of how you can do it. And we all loved that interview. Whether we agree with it or not, it's closer to the truth. Anyway, here's the other one.
And he wants a big 2026. I tell you what, he's got a big set of you-know-what on him. He was in all sorts in that first round. The legs were unsteady in the second round, but that's how you close the show there.
First quarter of 2026. But
that's how you close the show. I wouldn't mind. Let's say it was a back and forth fight with someone who's half alive. Yeah. For someone who's not on the tools Monday to Saturday in Bulgaria, come rain or shine. This guy, man, in Bulgaria, they work 6 to 8, man, seriously. It's not like the UK, there's no employment rights, there's no labour rights in Bulgaria, man. He's working 6 a.m. to 8 p.m, man. There's no labour rights out there, there's no health and safety. He's doing proper old school graft, man. Children down chimneys type graft. That's what this cat Balaz has been doing. I'm just telling you right now. Yeah, there's no great... Oh, he overcome it. I don't like it. It's disrespectful as well, I feel. It's disrespectful. Be humble. Again, Jaya Pataya did the job he was supposed to do, but still there was bits there, and he's not impressed with himself. So let's lean towards that. If something's not impressive, say that. I.e., man. In fact, I'll just show you in a minute with the Naz. Naz has done more than me in boxing. More than I'll ever do anywhere. So we'll take his... Forget what I'm saying. Anyway, I'll finish this right off quick.
Johnny Fisher will be part of it. It looked dicey early, but he got the job done.
And look, he showed something there, didn't he? He showed the will to win there. Powers of recovery. He was hurt, as we say.
He showed... This is the guy... And the cabal juice is killing me slowly, folks. I ain't even playing. Man, who knows what they put in this, to be fair, man. For someone so conspiratorial, who knows what they putting in this? That's the implied consent. Oops. I ain't have to buy it, but anyway, whatever. I don't know this jobber's name, but that guy speaking, I forgot what he said. One sec. Let me replay it.
Be part of it. It looked dicey early, but he got the job done.
And look, he showed something there, didn't he? He showed the will to win there. Powers of recovery. He
showed something there. The will to win and powers of recovery. Really? You're going to give that accolade? Like I said earlier. The will to win in this kind of fight is not the conversation to be having. It's not the conversation to be having. Yeah? I guess they've got... I mean, you don't have to find the positives in there. Okay, he didn't fall over against a 50-1 jobber. That's how they're looking at it. What's that saying? Glass half full or glass half empty. These cats always go with the half full, I think it is. Put something like that, man. Whatever, you get the point I'm making. Oh, you know, Fisher, man, you overcome, you triumph. No, man, he had life and death. It's worrying. It's scary. I was scared for him watching that. Honestly. I couldn't believe it. And I did predict it. I said, do not put Johnny Bosch in your ACCA. He is an accident waiting to happen. No one else told you that. Everyone else was putting Johnny Bosch in there. That's what they was doing. I told you that straight up. I see something in him. And that has just been exponented after that last fight. Honestly, you see, he got no legs under him in round one. And the shots that landed weren't that clean. They was not. And they shouldn't be landing like that. And even if they do land like that, the effect of them, you'd have thought it'd been hit by a real dangerous man to be having that reaction.
Hurt as we say, Balaja was exhausted and he made him pay. Balaja was the will to win there, powers of recovery. He was hurt as we say, Balaja was exhausted and he made him pay.
Well, he needed that. It meant a great deal. Knockout number 12 for John.
Are you hearing this? Oh, he was exhausted and he made him pay. Oh, big triumph for Johnny Bosch of Romford Removal Specialists. Don't do that, man. This should be a solemn reaction. I'm worried for Johnny Bosch. Yeah, he's in serious harm's way if he carries on boxing. That should be the tip. Oh, he just had life and death and it was touch and go. It was touch and go in there, man. It was touch and go. It really was. We didn't know if he was going to pull through it. Just say that. Emphasise that part. Don't talk about, oh, he made him pay. That's what, you know when you see a top fight. Oh yeah, he slipped and he countered and he made him pay. You don't do this with a life and death with a 50-1 Bulgarian scaffolder. You don't do it. Sorry. It's not right. It don't sit right with us. We're not all stupid. We're not stupid, man. That's how it feels. And they'll say things like, well, I've boxed before, so what do you know? Not really, brother. That makes it worse for you. Because we haven't boxed, and you look like a weapon. You sound like a weapon.
Johnny Fisher declaring your winner by...
Alright, let's get to Naz now. Prince Naseem Eubank. I'm not sure what fight this was after. It might have been... I think it was George Groves. Yeah, it was. It was a George Groves fight.
Thank you very much indeed. The question I've got for Prince Naseem Hamed Mackenzie is a simple one. Can defeats like that make you?
Well, I remember when Lennox Lewis, and me and Lennox are good people, good friends, but the thing is, when I seen him get knocked out, the first time he got knocked out against Oliver McCall, that he came back was unreal. That's why I give Lennox all the credit in the world. He came back and he became undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. The thing is, we're not talking about a similar caliber right now. This is totally different. We can't mention Lennox in the same kind of breath as we mentioned Junior.
You just did.
No, I'm just saying this is what this guy did is totally different. I mean, he's at a mark right now. He's at a level like right now that he shouldn't be at. But
can defeats make you if it leads to a proper period of introspection, of humility, of saying, maybe, as you said, I'm clearly not as good as I thought I was. I maybe need to change the people around me, or augment them, or change the way that I train, or whatever it is. If you do all that, why do you think it's more than that?
I think it's a bit more than that.
Because,
listen, you're either good at boxing or you're not.
So you don't think he actually has the more instinctive tools?
You're good at boxing or you're not. His dad's been saying that he's unbelievable, that he's going to shock the world. Reality's tonight, and reality hits home hard. This is it. I'm sorry, Duke. I know you don't want to. I don't know you don't want to hear this. I know you don't want to hear this. Yeah, I know you don't want to hear this because I was telling you earlier. It's just such a shame that somebody can be built up to win some kind of belt like that, and then make out you're this superhuman guy, next gen. You know, walking in these houses, making out you're gonna buy them and all this stuff, and because you're gonna knock George out. It didn't happen.
Do you think he can, to answer my question, do you think he can, with that period of introspection, come back, Chris Eubank Jr., a much better world title fight boxer?
He can come back and it's going to take time. If he's prepared to listen. The kid doesn't listen to anybody because he knows it all. If this is the best Chris Eubank because he's a know-it-all, then I'm sorry, he's never going to become a world champion, a legitimate world champion, because you can't be a know-it-all. You can't tell people how you want to train, when you want to train. I don't need a corner man, and all that kind of, it's nonsense.
Yeah. You think he is at the moment a know-it-all? You'd say at school, you're a know-it-all.
Listen, it isn't about him thinking that he knows it all. I don't even believe that. I just think that this guy is not on the level he thinks he is. I think he's in dream world. You know what? I know this sounds terrible. I think he should finish.
No, that's too hard.
I think he should finish. Listen, you can't. I personally don't think, right, he's a hard puncher anyway. In this game, you need to get a jail card. You need to be able to put them away, brock them up. You need to smash them up. You know what? He threw the kitchen sink at George Groves tonight. He didn't do it. He didn't do nothing to it. Even with a dislocated shoulder,
But he threw the kitchen sink at George Groves and missed. He was throwing punches.
He hit him with some shots too. Look, you'll see it right now.
He was throwing a lot of aimless shots. Watch what he does.
He hit him. Believe me, I was ringside.
I think this is the last round with Groves with one arm.
You can see Groves' left arm lit by his side, can't you?
This is Groves with one arm.
No, this is it.
That might have been Eubanks' best round because Groves had
it before, but please just, which camera can I look into to tell Chris Eubanks Jr. to finish? Because I prefer him to finish. I don't want to see him get hurt anymore.
Now we'll come back to that in a second. Here's Gabriel Clark with Barry McGuigan.
So, okay, listen. I've shown you that for I think Nas was going a bit far on Eubank, to be fair. He shouldn't finish. My point is, if Nas can sit there and say, Eubank's finished, I'm telling you, look at you, right down the camera, you should finish right now before you get hurt, yeah. I'm not saying you said... Again, I don't think Nas was justified in saying that Eubank's not as good as Groves on that night. He's not completely useless, though, right? And there's no signs there was no signs he could really get hurt in there. Groves didn't put Eubank down. Now, if Groves was putting Eubank down 10 times, it'd make more sense. Now, I show this as an example, yeah? This is the conversation. Tony Bellew, whatever other weapon jobber they've got on there, given they're from boxing royalty or UK boxing royalty as such, they should be saying these type of bars to Johnny Fisher. Johnny, you should finish before you get seriously armed. Yeah. Dave Allen wasn't on the podcast, on the live stream or the commentary. He said he's worried for Fisher. We need the Nas. Nas never worked again. I'm not sure he's bothered, but he never worked again. Right? But it can be done, is the point. If you can blast Eubank for his performance against Groves, tell the truth with Fisher, after that, this weren't Fisher versus a Talma. This was Fisher versus... You see what I'm trying to say? If you can be critical of a world title fight with two world-class... Well, whatever, Eubank and Groves, top level guys, right? If you can be critical of that, Fisher versus a Bulgarian scaffolder. I haven't got no time to hear about, he fought back and, he what did he say he did? Yeah, he was tired and made him pay. No. Anyway, I'm out of here, folks. Let me know your thoughts. Smash the like button, subscribe. Oh, yeah, and hype this video. Apparently, yeah, you know where the like button is? Apparently, if you scroll to the right of it, keep scrolling. There's like downloads and share. Apparently, there's a hype thing. Push that hype thing. Fuck the like. We'll do both, but push the like and push the hype. Yeah? Get me pumped up in this 100%, man. I'm out of here. Johnny. Bow.